I almost looked away, not because I didn't care, but because it would have been easier. Some moments don't come with alarms or urgency. They don't demand your attention. They just sit there quietly and wait to see if you'll notice. This was one of those moments. It was late, one of those calm, stretched out nights where everything feels slower than usual. The road was quiet. My head was tired. I was just moving through the hours like I always do, thinking about nothing and everything at the same time. And then I noticed an older man pulled off to the side. Car there, hood up. Nothing dramatic, nothing obviously wrong. Just the kind of thing you see every day and barely register. My first instinct was the same one we all have. Someone else will stop. He probably has it handled. It's none of my business. Because once you stop, you're involved. And involvement takes energy. So I almost kept going. But something about the way he was standing made me slow down. Not panic, not urgency, just stillness. I pulled over at a safe distance. Didn't rush, didn't assume anything. I asked if everything was all right. He looked up at me, calm as could be, and smiled a little. Then he said something I wasn't expecting. "Oh, I'm fine. Car's okay." I nodded, a little confused. And then he added, "You ever notice how we're always in such a hurry? We forget to just stop and look around." That sentence hit harder than I expected. Not because it was poetic, and not because it was deep, but because it was true. Here I was assuming he needed help, and he was actually doing something I almost never do. He wasn't broke down. He was paused. He told me he does it sometimes on purpose. Pulls over, shuts the noise out, gives himself a minute to breathe. Not because something's wrong, because life doesn't slow down unless you make it. That stuck with me, because if I'm being honest, I don't stop very often. I stay moving, I stay busy, I stay focused on what's next. And I tell myself that's discipline, or responsibility, or progress. But standing there, listening to him, I realized something uncomfortable. Somewhere along the way, I forgot how to just be still. I forgot how to pause without feeling guilty about it. We live in a world that rewards motion. Go faster, do more, stay productive. And if you slow down, you start to feel like you're falling behind. But that man didn't look behind. He looked peaceful, like someone who had figured out that stopping doesn't mean quitting. It means noticing. Noticing the air, the quiet, the fact that you're still here. I thanked him and got back on the road, but I didn't drive the same after that. I caught myself easing up a little, letting moments breathe. Not rushing past everything just to say I stayed busy. Because sometimes the most meaningful thing you can do is nothing at all. Just stop long enough to remember you're alive. I almost looked away that night, and I'm glad I didn't. Because sometimes the people we think need help are actually the ones reminding us how to slow down.